Okay, normally I post my thoughts and rants and whatnot on Facebook, but it's getting to the point that it's all I would be doing, trying to type this stuff out. So I thought maybe I would try my hand at video, um, and see if there's anybody even interested in listening to what I got to say, or if I'm just a ranting old man. Could be a little of both, but I think I got some valid points and opinions, especially on the current state of affairs with our newly elected dictator and illegal president. First thing I want to start off with is all this court nonsense with these temporary freezes. Let's examine that. You got a president that's constantly violating congressional and constitutional laws. They're clear laws. I mean, they're laws. They're not opinions. They're not debatable. They're laws. And we have a court system, a justice system on different levels that are supposed to enforce these laws. And it's up to the judge to do so. So when a law has been violated, let's take the federal grants and loans issue, with Elon Musk, and then these firing of all these government officials, where we have the judge that's stepping in and putting a temporary freeze on these legal violations. It's like, okay, we're gonna temporarily suspend this violation of the law, um, so no one can be fired, or these policies that Trump's trying to implement can't go into process temporarily. He's breaking the law. What temporary freeze is there on this? It's a simple matter of ruling. You broke the law. Here's the consequences. Anybody else violates the law, you know, you don't get a freeze on nothing. We don't put a hold on it. The judge says, this is your court date. Here's your appearance. We examine what you done, and we determined you broke the law. Here's your penalty. Whatever that penalty be, a fine, some injunction, or jail time, whatever the case might be. It's just a decision handed out. There ain't no freeze on shit. So why? Because there's billionaires involved that we're handling the whole justice system different. And the biggest thing that bothers me is not the criminals that are doing the act, Trump, Musk, as much as the judges that are not enforcing the law. And when judges aren't enforcing the law, I would expect that's where our congressmen and step up and start putting some shit into action, which I don't see nothing going on anywhere. No action. I hear a lot of lip service, a lot of things being spun, and people ranting on their YouTube or in their congressional hearings, but doing nothing. So you say something insulting against the system or an individual within the government, whether it be Trump, Musk, whatever, and all of a sudden everybody's rooting you on like you're doing something tangible or heroic. All you're doing is spinning words. There's been no action. And this has got to stop. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, every day now, every day in this new Trump administration, it's like you wake up to a bombardment of bullshit. And it's all illegal, most of it. And we got to tolerate this. I mean, why are we tolerating it? And let's look at our military complex. All right, I served for 7 years, and I had to take an oath, and that oath said within its context that I swore to protect this nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And well, I'll tell you what, this is clearly enemies that are domestic. And with the powers that be and their high status and the lack of any action being taken against them and the threats they are posing at this point, I mean, we're turning into a fascist dictatorship and nobody's doing anything. Why isn't our military stepping up? Why aren't some of these bigwig generals saying, "Look, this is a clear act against the Constitution. We didn't swear to defend a single person. We defended to swear a nation. We definitely took an oath to defend that Constitution." And so why aren't they doing something? Because they have the power. When no other powers will step in, and everybody else is afraid of this orange turd that's running things. Why aren't some of these generals getting together and making a coalition on the inside and stepping up and throwing a military coup? Because that's very justifiable, and that's what's needed right now. Because they're pushing things to a revolution. I can see that coming, but in all reality, no amount of militias here on a citizen level stand a chance against the military if we rise up and take arms and whatnot. They could put two drones in the air and pretty much wipe out a city. Citizens. I mean, it's that simple. Um, and you don't stand a chance. What we need is a military on our side. We need a military that realizes that they're here for us. They're not a handful of billionaires in you know the office with fancy titles and what they perceive as power because they got money. The only power they got is the power we let them have. And now it's time that we exercise the power we do have. We are the power of the people. We are the many. And that military works for us on our dime. We fund it. And, it's time something happens. I don't have all the answers. I don't know how to get this stuff rolling. All I got's these ideas in my head, and I'm sick of things just like everybody else is. Well, most everybody, I would assume, but there seems to be plenty out there that's okay with all this stuff, and that just perplexes me. It's like the more you show how awful this guy is, that you can show him saying terrible things, you can show him doing terrible things, past and present, and all it does is his fan base, they eat it up. It's like fuel. It's like they get even more in love with him the more deplorable he is. I mean, I don't understand what's going on. I mean, I really don't. They say people are people, but I don't see it that way anymore. I mean, I'm not talking about differences in demographics, race, religion, sexual orientation. I'm talking about a difference in morality, and I can't believe there's that many that have went the wayward side of things. I mean, it's scary and it's perplexing because I can't even understand it. So I don't know. These are just my thoughts. I might make some more videos or something if there's any interest in listening to what this old man has to say. But I think we're all getting tired of it, and we need to do something about it. And if you have ideas or influences, I mean, I'm interested in hearing them, and I'm interested in seeing you act. To see what you can do to recruit people, to push the people that can do something to do it, because that's what needs to happen. You and I alone can't do it. Hell, even if there were like a group of underground revolutionaries, I don't think they could do it because then they would just sick the military on them, and there's no standing a chance against that anymore. Not with the technology they have. So we'd actually have to have the military. So You got brothers, sisters, cousins, dads, uncles. They're in the military. They got friends in the military, and some of them might even be people of influence in the military. And that's the people we need to be reaching, and because those are the people that can go in and take care of this stuff. Because right now it's getting out of control. It took Hitler 53 days from the time he took power to take a democracy and turn it into the imperialist Nazi regime it was. 53 days. We're going on 3 weeks with Trump, and he's following Hitler's playbook. And he's got a lot more support from billionaire corporations. They have an interest in turning this into a corporate America. And that's what they're doing. This government's going to be a corporate government. And we're 3 weeks in. Hitler did it in 53 days. That leaves us less than 5 weeks. Something to think about. Anyway, I'll sign off for now.